There isn't a single player that I've ever talked to that has hit the setup task and said, wow, what a great task, I can't wait to do this. But don't fret, because we're going to be doing 7 rat spots that are going to help you get through setup quicker. First out the loadout, I've been using the 153 with the 8-shot mag and the RMR. This comes to be about 63,000 rubles to build, but more importantly is the ammo that you're going to put through it. I've been using the Piranha rounds this wipe, mainly because they're a really good medium range round and they're to be used no closer than 10 feet and no further than 50 feet. And these rat spots I'm going to show you shortly, it works perfectly for. Now you can also craft these at workbench level 1 for 1 metal scissors, 1 fuel canister and 3 kite, which will net you 50 of these Piranha rounds. Another round that I would recommend is the AP20 armor piercing slug. However, they're very hard to get hold of because you can't buy them off the flea market, and the craft is locked behind a Jaeger task, which is quite far down his task line. A round that you will have access to when you get the flea market though is the Wish version of the AP20, which is the 50 BMG slug. Now you can buy this off the flea market for around $1,000 per round, which is pretty expensive, but you can also craft this, so don't stress. You can do it at workbench level 2 and it's going to cost you 67mm buckshot, a Hawk gunpowder and WD-40 will net you 60 of these rounds. Once you've got your loadout all set, don't forget that you can now save presets for your entire loadout for tasks that you have to use shitty guns for. So don't forget that you can do that, and all you have to do is hit up to the top left, hit equip on that preset, and it's either going to load it from your inventory or buy it from the flea market and traders to get you back out into raids quicker. Heading into rat spot number 1, the best spawns for this one are going to be around near warehouse 3, 4 and 5, and this one's just going to be on the outside of warehouse 5, and it's going to be the yellow forklift. As you head in the front door here and look to the left, you're going to be able to spot your yellow forklift. Now with the new vaulting mechanics that came in this wipe, it's quite simple to simply just step up on it, and that'll give you a nice sight picture straight through the driver's window here on the gate that most of the eastern spawns will either rotate through here or over the jump over. Now once you've got your target lined up and shooting, you can drop down to get yourself cover quite easily, and then just simply lean out to either try to finish them off or seriously wound them. And if you do seriously wound them, it's not too bad of an idea to just rotate back to the first door and give yourself a nice long sight line in on those wounded targets. Heading into rat hole number 2, this one's going to be located over near gas, and the warehouse 3, 4 and old gas spawn itself are going to be the best for this one, and it's just going to be located just over the train tracks here. As you can see, we're just on the other side of the wall from old gas here, and the spot we're talking about is just down here. Now the good thing about this spot is the fact that this tree blocks any view from Fortress. Now if you hear anyone fighting scavs over there, you can track them across the railway here going into old gas, and you can also hear anyone on the other side of these red crates approaching old gas. Now as you move up here, you're going to be able to get a nice line of sight on anyone that's in there, and it's kind of like a little corner pocket where they're trapped in there unless the actual extract is there and they come from Ruaf's side. Now if you do have anyone locked in against that green fence there, you can actually do this rotate and just rotate around and get line of sight down the green fence itself. So anyone in this corner can kind of get trapped in here by yourself, so it's really good. Now a little trick that some players don't realize is you can actually do a sprint jump here to jump across and do a little shortcut. Just thought I'd throw that one in there. Heading into rat spot number 3, the best spawns for this one are going to be at Ruaf and Crackden. Now this is Fortress Trench. It's a really good spot for early raid and late raid kills. Located between Fortress and Crackden, we're going to be situating ourselves just here next to the green crate. Now the good thing about this spot is the fact that this barricade just here blocks out both of the scav machine guns and also any of the rotating scavs as well. You can also get off a full clip at anyone walking past without an issue at all. Heading to rat spot number 4 now, the best spawns for this one are going to be at Ruaf, Crackden and Smuggler's Boat, and if you get here nice and early, you're going to be able to catch people rotating in from both sides of the map. And that is because you can actually get up into this white shack to the right here, and it catches a lot of people off guard because they've never actually seen anyone up there before. What you need to do is a sprint jump from one corner to the other, and you can get yourself tucked away here nice and good. Now you're going to catch people coming from both sides, not only through the A-frames to the left here, but also through cubby if you get here nice and early. But be careful of any of the scavs out in the ice cream because they might shoot you in the back as you do the jump. Rat spot number 5's best spawns are going to be Smuggler's Boat and the 2 closest to 2-story dorms. Now this place is called Sticks and Stone, and you're going to get a lot of traffic through here if you get here nice and early, and that is why I'm trying to showcase which spawns are closest to each of these rat spots. Now, if you hear any fighting over at Newgas, there's most likely there's players are going to rotate either through here past Dorms to go to the car extract, or they're going to come straight through the middle here. And that's because a lot of people feel very, very safe about rotating through this direct path that I'm showing you here. And that is because they feel that they're not going to get shot from Dorms, and they're not going to get shot from construction by walking along this green fence. So if you tuck yourself into the side here and then let people walk right up into the middle of it, they're not going to be able to get into any cover at all. Rat spot number 6, the best spawns are going to be any of the ones on the western side as well as Smuggler's Boat, and then it's going to be on hill 1. Now what you're doing here is you're trying to set up for people going to Dorms and away from Dorms. If you get here nice and early, you can get yourself tucked away in this little hole that you can get right down into, and people just can't see you here. Most of the time with all of the trees, they're looking underneath, looking for other people through this forest, and you can catch them nice and early and get some shots into their legs and really hamper their ability to move from this spot here. Not only that, if you get here nice and early, you can catch any of the people that are coming from across the river, if you get Smuggler's Boat spawn, coming to Dorms. So it's a really good spot. Saving my favorite rat spot till last, the best spawns for this one are going to be the 2 closest to 2-story dorms, as well as warehouse 3 and 4 if you jump over the shortcut, and I'll show you why that is now. You don't want to unlock the shortcut to get here, and that is because it's a trap. Now this spot here is really good for the first 15 minutes of raid. Any longer than that, and I would either move to another rat spot or simply reset. You can catch people coming along the back wall here, as well as you have a perfect line of sight at that factory exit key shortcut right there, as well as the jump over shortcut that we just talked about. And also you can have a line of sight all the way down to the blue crate there. Anyone coming through there, you're going to be able to spot and then set up and get ready for. A really, really cheeky spot, and this one here is probably the one I've got the most kills out of all of my wipes across all of my setup tasks. Now if you hear anyone shooting here at bus station, you can move up and work out whether they're going to come across and down the road and underneath, or whether they're going to go right and out and over the train tracks, in which case you just move over and adjust. Now if you hear anyone fighting at the back of Newgas, however, you can rotate all the way down here and get this spot right here, which is really, really good because it's going to give you a lot of cover and pretty much only leave your head exposed to be able to shoot anyone coming out the front of Newgas. And that's a wrap. I hope this video can help you get through your setup task, whether it's this wipe or in the future wipes, a little bit quicker, because it is a really painful task. And I just want to take a moment to thank everyone for their support and feedback over the last few videos. We hit 1,000 subs last week, and we'll be continually pumping out these shorter videos that have no fluff but a lot of information packed into them. Hope these videos on the screen can help you as well, and I'll catch you in the next one.